everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for June 16th to the 22nd of 2024. So our quote for the week says, "Develop more detachment from the past and more objectivity about the future." And this is our full moon week, lighting things up for us, so deep breath. Also, last week we only had I think 3 or 4 activations, which means this week is very intense and pretty lengthy. So let's dive in, starting with a quick reminder. If you're on my personal eLIST, then you know that I've been experimenting with sending out my missives on a monthly basis. But I can already tell you that once a month is not enough for us to be in touch. Between your personal growth and my professional growth, I need to be able to send out reminders for all of us. So now I am planning to send out this missive twice a month on the 1st and 15th. We will see how that goes, and it will begin with July 1st. That said, July 1st is actually my birthday, so I imagine that the missive will go out a few days earlier. If you want to, I recommend subscribing to my Karmic Tools YouTube and podcast channels, as they will notify you immediately when I post something, which is still weekly at the moment. Also, at the top of each blog, there are links to the June 2024 monthly missive that just went out, along with an audio going through it with you. So check that out and join the eLIST if you haven't already. You'll also notice in that form that you have the option of putting in a phone number and your location for those times that I am doing things in person around the country. That's all that is used for. And I will never share or sell your information. So just know that this eLIST is a personal communication between me and my people. So if you want to stay in touch, that's the way to do it. Also, the other thing I keep forgetting to talk about is that I finally have a Karmic Tools affiliate program where you can get a 13% commission paid in cash, products, or services. So you can click that link to access a whole list of unique links just for you under your name, where you can track it all, and it's an app and it's all easy, whether you're on a computer or on your phone. So for those of you who are recommending me to your friends and family, which so many of you do, this is a great way to earn a little cash back, let's say. So our week kicks off on Sunday the 16th with Ye's book party, The Spirit of Dance. This is going to be the most powerful one yet. They're always life-changing, y'all. When she does the book party, she has other authors come and read from their books, and there's a lively, dynamic discussion that goes on. This one is The Spirit of Dance, and there's going to be a performance. So I don't even know how this is going to go on the Zoom for the rest of us. But if you're live and local in the Oakland area, the Sanctuary is hosting them that day. So click that link to go for details and registration. All her book parties, we have been asking for a suggested donation of $21, but it is a free event and it's for the community, and we encourage you to share that link. Our first activation is also Sunday, with Venus squaring off with Neptune. So it's Gemini to Pisces, which means we're doing some processing around our boundaries, and that includes love and money. Okay, so how are things going right now? What kind of adjustments do you need to make? By the same token, anytime these two get together, the energy serves as a conduit for a huge creative inspiration that is possible, let's say, if you're open and receptive and in a position to download it. If you possess any artistic inclinations, you will find access to a potent energy that could lead to the creation of something truly remarkable. Delve deep and allow your creative essence to flow freely. At the same time, this energy might challenge relationships, both personal and professional, to ground themselves in more authenticity and integrity. Relationships lacking a solid foundation are likely to dissolve under this influence. When Neptune exerts its influence, it alters our perception, often illuminating potential rather than the actual reality. It is a time to detach and trust in the unfolding journey. If a relationship concludes under this influence, it is not necessarily a negative thing. It is not necessarily a negative or bad thing. Rather, it suggests that it may never have been firmly established from the start. Embrace gratitude and move forward. This activation aims to harmonize your genuine values and priorities with the vision held in your mind and heart. However, expanding your consciousness is necessary. Trust your inner guidance and take practical steps forward, aligning your actions with your newfound understanding and wisdom. Deep breath. This is that embodied wisdom of experience, let's say, over the course of the last couple of months to a year. This influence is activating a creative side. That's wonderful, but in relationships and finances, things might be a little murky. So let's be mindful this week. Check details, follow up and follow through, balance your checkbook, do what you got to do to stay on top of your things. Now, because it's Venus and a challenge to Neptune, I thought it might be a good reminder to look back on that Venus midpoint replay that we just did. We're still in the realm of influence for this to be relevant for anyone, especially with Gemini, Sag, or Virgo, Pisces energy. This is going to be relevant. The 64-minute video and audio links are here. Then we jump to Monday the 17th, when Mercury will square off with Neptune. So now our values and our thinking are really trying to get some clarity that is a little challenging to obtain this week. So that's the other reason to slow down. We got several big shifts this week alone. So it's all going to kind of shake out over the next month or so, which is why I say pace yourself. This energy brings forth a blend of blessings and challenges. It offers a favorable time for spiritual exploration and infusing your dreams with some energy if your schedule permits. However, it also signifies a period prone to significant misunderstandings among individuals. That's that Mercury communication, honey. It is crucial to consider your words before speaking, as the potential for misinterpretation or complete misunderstanding is heightened this week. Guard against allowing your longing for dreams to cloud your judgment or lead you astray into illusions or delusions. This energy may prompt deliberate deception in some individuals, while others must exercise caution not to be misled. It is advisable to adhere to the facts or maintain silence for the time being. There might be a temptation to withhold information to avoid potential confrontations. However, it is best to resist this urge. Instead, focus on communication with yourself, your higher self, and God or spirit today. If engaging with others, ensure absolute clarity in explaining yourself to avoid any potential misunderstandings. Okay, that's the nice way Kelly says that. The way she says it in person is, I know what I said, now tell me, what did you hear? You know, because we say things and we're trying to get our own clarity by communicating and discussing something, but it still has to go through that other person's filter, and we never know how they receive what we have sent. So it's good to clarify. It's better not to have an attitude like I do and try to stay neutral and just try to get clear. But I do realize that's challenging. Good days and bad days. I can do it sometimes. But that's one thing. And then there was something else in here that I wanted to speak on. The temptation to withhold information to avoid confrontation. That's the one where there's a Kellyism. I tell this story a lot because it's happened to my family where if you don't disagree, people assume you agree. And that can come around to bite you down the road. So in my case, my aunt went off on something and was like, well, you said and you said and you said. I said, I didn't say nothing that day because I didn't agree with you then and I don't agree with you now. I just didn't want to argue about it. You're not going to change your mind. I'm not going to change my mind. And sometimes it feels like a waste of time to do that. However, if they think that your silence equals agreement, then that's a problem when it's not true. So pay attention to those communications that can't be avoided, right? And the same day, Monday the 17th, Venus enters Cancer. So this is a chance to redream our lives on absolutely every single level. The sacred feminine is reminding us that we are infinite beings and can choose in every moment how to respond to what life is presenting. Part of being on Earth is being adaptable and dealing with the ecology within and around you. As she moves through Cancer, giving us a chance to soothe our nervous systems after that Gemini trek, okay? Last thing she does is square off with Neptune, asking for that clarity on the vision so that we can go in here and actually start to incubate it. So we're going to soothe our nervous system, reassure our souls, and replenish our energies after a life-changing ride, okay? Deep breath. The last 3 weeks that she's been in Gemini has been serious. Because it wasn't just the usual trek through Gemini. Now she linked up with the sun and activated the next 10 months of reclamation after 10 months of release. So it was bigger than the usual stop in Gemini. So we're kind of recovering from that. Let's use the Cancer 3 weeks to do re-entry and to reorganize our cells and reallocate our resources. Let's do a little recon on that personal level to ensure that stability we need when we do go out in the world trying to negotiate with others, okay? The value and priority pretty much all summer is self-care and personal tending to that which allows you to function as a human being in the most basic ways. So we're talking food and shelter, exercise and rest, the things that are very basic 101, but are slowly getting programmed out of humans that are living all in their heads and not in their bodies, doing more time in virtual reality than real reality, which just is going to disintegrate your body. Why? You don't need it anymore, so it's going to go away. Don't use it, you lose it. That hasn't changed, no matter how advanced we get with our technology. So Cancer time, any planet that moves through Cancer, and certainly Venus, which is values and priorities, is going to remind you to realign that, right? I recommend that you use this Venus in Cancer to strengthen and fortify yourself internally and privately, especially during the summer months when we have the annual retrogrades to support your inward focus even more. This energy can help you reset your individual system so that you are better able to step up and into the new story, secure in your self-expression and strong from the self-care and replenishment. Take advantage from June 17th to July 11th. Schedule some downtime when and where you can. Same day, Mercury enters Cancer, which means Mercury and Venus are getting together to initiate a new cycle of expression. This is powerful. Mercury will be in Cancer till July 2nd. It is officially time to process, digest, and release all that we've been through. Mercury in Cancer is a special reminder to be cautious and caring with self and others. It's time to get okay with moving sideways and backwards before going forward. And like a crab, we explore the perimeter to make sure that it is safe before going after what we want. Deep breath. Since this year has activated this amazing awakening and forced us all to connect with new ideas, thoughts, and concepts to communicate or express ourselves, this will be a great time to further develop whatever ideas have come to you this year so far. They are your babies, and it is your responsibility to nurture their development and release them to feed the world in their own way. Deep breath. If you haven't already, take some time for inward focus and some deep, radical self-care. 'Tis the season. We have to honor how we feel periodically, even if the culture would have us numbed out and constantly distracted. It's like spring cleaning for your feelers. That inner empath that you are, that feels and senses what is best for you and your family or community that you love. Use this energy to tune into what messages your particular moods have for you as well. Be sure to remind yourself over and over to think with your feelings or think with your heart and be aware of your own sensitivity and boundary issues. Okay, this is definitely the time to recalibrate the boundaries. Next month is going to be bear medicine when we really go in. It may be time to reestablish that on some level so that you are clear and capable of discerning whether it is your own feelings and thoughts that you are picking up along the way or someone else's nearby. Either way, it's always a good time to slow down to do your own inner process and self-reflection to make sure that you are not operating on autopilot when the current path is so changeable. Okay, autopilot is going to have you crashing into a brick wall, honey. You don't want to do that. We need to be alert and present in our bodies and our minds. The last thing I think this one will be good for is conjuring up memories from the past, or you may feel the ancestors close by. So be sure to call in the loving, benevolent, well ancestors if you are looking for a message or confirmation. It is time to be more caring and compassionate overall, but we don't have to be pushovers either. It is time to ask what feeds you on the deeper levels, that which has perhaps only recently been revealed to your own conscious awareness. Okay, deep breath. What are you waking up to in your own consciousness? What kind of next level are you feeling coming in? And because of this Cancer energy, which is so nurturing and loving toward those we care about, and so good at holding boundaries against those we don't want in our inner circle, I think this is the best place to insert my old origins of the word nice to remind you that In the etymology dictionary, the original meaning of the word nice was ignorant and unaware, literally not knowing, foolish, ignorant, frivolous, and senseless, careless and clumsy, poor and needy, weak, simple, stupid, silly, and foolish. That's not what we're going for. So, when you have other people imposing their values and priorities on you, that's when you have to remember that self-preservation is not selfish, it is essential. It is the first law of nature. It is part of our foundation to take care of ourselves first, secure your mask first, and then attempt to assist those we love and the community and the world, depending on your level and what you're trying to do. But meantime, it doesn't make any sense to drain all your resources chasing something outside when the inside is a hot mess. So just know that Cancer triggers all that. Memories, loved ones, passed away, animals, pets, things like that. It stirs the emotions. And now Mercury and Venus, here's another activation for the creativity and the inner artist, right? So it's a super creative time if you have the space to be creative. But if you're in survival mode, this could trigger some things. So everybody just take your time moving through any kind of emotional depths this week. Mercury conjunct Venus invites you to perceive the underlying harmony or cohesive thread weaving through the tapestry of your life, encompassing its diverse experiences across time. It heralds a fresh perspective on communication, self-expression, and the worth of your ideas, thoughts, concepts, and creative projects. You may find yourself articulating long-held ideas with newfound clarity, perhaps even expressing affection or emotions in profound ways. It is a fertile period for your inner artist, where creativity flows unbounded, allowing for innovative expressions that you have yet to explore. Deep breath. So that's what I mean. You want to be able to free flow when and where you can, and you want to be able to be receptive when and where you can to some of the magic that is possible in this energy field. Again, if we're not struggling or in survival mode in some kind of way, then we can, and if you are, then the deal is to raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, raise that vision, expand that vision, and then start calling in the new and realigning yourself to magnetize better. Embrace the freedom of imagination, exploring ideas without fixating on outcomes. While delving into these connections and revelations, resist the urge to overanalyze. Instead, relish the depth that they offer, fostering personal growth and a deeper comprehension of life's unfolding magic that is customized for your own level of consciousness. Recognize the purpose within past challenges and acknowledge your journey toward personal self-mastery. Embrace this moment to cultivate fresh thought patterns that imbue your life with greater beauty and a deeper sense of peace and harmony. Deep breath. So, Mercury is all about those ideas and thinking and expression and communication. And Venus rules our values and priorities and our relationships and finances in particular, but it's our kinship and our communities and beauty and art and everything we love on planet Earth, okay? So we want to start this new cycle of thinking and expression with this, which may feed into those particular artists out there that are starting to go to their next level. We have quite a few in our ELA and in our community over here that are all, I'm watching them blossom to the next level. It's so beautiful to watch them expand and unfold like this and go to their next level. So to you sisters listening to me, congratulations in advance for all the goodness coming your way. This is what that Venus and Leo cycle kicked off. It cleared things out so that we could express more authenticity and do things at a higher level. It's wonderful. So now we move to Wednesday the 19th when Vesta, what is sacred to you, the individual, moves into Leo until August 24th. So that's a solid 2 months of Vesta moving through your Leo house, touching any Leo planets, trying to get you in touch with the sacred again, whatever that may be around that particular planet. Vesta represents you, the individual, in its purest, most sacred form. It's the part of you that can focus deeply or dedicate completely to a person or project. She moves through the signs, activating lessons for all of us to learn from. As she enters Leo, she wants us to focus on what we love and tend to our own unique brand of creativity. She teaches the beauty way and leaving things better than you found them, while demonstrating courage and integrity with all your interactions. I suggest using this time to reconnect with joy, fun, and laughter after a very trying year of death and destruction. You cannot stay in any emotion too long, especially anxiety and fear. So give yourself a break as we move through summer and check in with what makes you feel love and connection again. We can use this 2-month period to ignite our passion for life, or at the very least, acknowledge how precious it is and the value of joy and vitality in a human being. Deep breath. So here's a good place to throw in the asteroids replay, because that gives you the overview for the sacred feminine for the year of 24. It's only 64 minutes. There's a video and audio link here, and it covers Vesta, what is sacred to you, the individual; Juno, how we do partnership, intimacy in particular; Ceres, how we nurture and like to be nurtured; and Pallas, our healing capacity and unique genius. So we really like to know about these ladies because they fill in a few blanks along the way that the planets don't cover. So check that out if you're feeling called. Now we go to summer solstice on the 20th. The integration of light and expansion of life. Here we are at the midpoint from what we started at winter solstice. This season is all about renewing your commitment and dedication. Annual midpoint and integration. So this is the best course correcting time for the year of 2024, just saying. Time to review your choices and decisions of the last 6 months. Owning your power and inner authority at a new level. Processing and planning the next 6 months, assessing and integrating the past 6 months. I guess I kind of doubled down on that. Honoring and giving gratitude for the light, tending to sacred space and inner nourishment. Yep, about to flip the script over here. Balancing your inner feelings with your outer actions, and being more consistently responsible and self-sufficient. Round of that for everybody. Summer solstice is the midpoint in the year, bringing another turn of the wheel. The peak power of the light before it surrenders, moving toward true completion of that which was seeded at winter solstice. Permanently opposite each other, eternally balancing and rebalancing, integrating and reintegrating the life-death life cycle. This is the time of year that we should focus on the balance and integration of light and dark, yin and yang, feminine, masculine, inner and outer, Cancer and Capricorn. While winter is the time of rest, replenishment, and rejuvenation, summer is the time of pouring forth, emptying out, and fully birthing or releasing your creations or whatever you've done with your creative energy thus far this year. This is the midpoint of the solar year, a point of culmination and choice, a time to count your blessings, assess your creations, gather power, and assess the courage to move forward. This is a balance of your outer world and your inner world, with emphasis on the sacred space where you fortify and replenish so that you are able to contribute something significant to society. This is all Cancer Capricorn vibration. Be creative and operate from heart center as you move through this sacred season. Release what needs to be released and fertilize the next phase of the annual cycle. Summer solstice is a time to celebrate the primal creative force, the mother of all mothers, which is Mother Earth, by acknowledging the blessed container, nurturer, and protector that she is for all life on this planet. Connect to and honor your own instinctual nature at this time, and be mindful of the nutrient that you take into your space, mind, body, and spirit. Summer is the sacred season of maximum light, so be passionate and be present. Ashe. We will have our fire ceremony that day on the 20th. It is late for the East Coast. Hopefully you all can do the replay. But I love to do it at sunset, and this is the only time of year we go this late. Otherwise, the rest of the time we kind of bump it up with sunset. So it'll be 9:30 on the East Coast, 6:30 p.m. on the West Coast for the fire ceremony. So the only thing that would shift the time and place would be weather. If I come indoors, I'll bump that time up to much earlier so more people can participate. But I'm grateful for those of you who sit around in my backyard with me. We have so much fun on those nights, and if you stay till the end, we pull a card for everyone that's there. And this is a Zoom, so you have to register to get to it in the classroom. That's where the replay will immediately get uploaded after we're done. And any tools and resources, including the divinations and the summer solstice reading, will all be in that classroom. So you do have to register, even though it's free. The suggested donation is $22, but it is a community event and all are welcome. So as you might imagine, if Venus and Mercury squared off with Neptune, Sun's got to do it too. This cosmic influence might stir feelings of self-doubt, self-delusion, and a great sense of confusion, seemingly originating from within or directed toward oneself. However, it is essential to recognize that this energy is transient and temporary. It serves as the universe's gentle nudge to get you to slow down and reassess whether your aspirations might have been unrealistic or born from fleeting fantasies. When your energy feels depleted and your optimism wanes, it is wise to pause, take a break, and prioritize rest and rejuvenation if possible. Above all, refrain from initiating grand plans during this phase, as perception might be clouded, preventing a clear view of reality. Fortunately, this influence is short-lived, offering relief in its brevity. Ashe, yes indeed. But still, it's still a thing where we got to watch our boundaries and ask for that clarity at every single turn. So if you have a practice for validating and confirming your choices, say with your spirit team, then I would really engage with them a lot this week. Friday the 21st is another big day, starting with Mercury sextiling Mars. This energy encourages a healthy sense of self-interest. Okay, so we're back, emphasizing self-preservation. Seize the moment this week and don't hold back. If you have been diligently working toward a significant dream or goal, now is the most opportune time to attract the necessary assistance from the universe. While it is undoubtedly a period of intense and constant effort, it comes with the recommendation to work independently on something of personal importance to you. Recognize that no one else will match your dedication, and you shouldn't expect them to. Tap into the additional energy available to propel your goals to the next level, experiencing a sense of accomplishment and outlining the subsequent tasks. Opportunities abound constantly. All you need to do is be prepared. If presented with a chance to make a presentation, embrace it. Your unmatched clarity, energy, and enthusiasm are what people resonate with. This isn't the time for shyness or self-doubt. You are definitely prepared, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Embrace the commitment to your own success as the universe conspires to assist you. One of my favorite old school quotes. So this is your ideas and thinking with your actions and choices of Mars, who you are and what you want. So that's where the degree of clarity is going to be individual. You know, if you're already clear about who you are and what you want and what choices you need to make, then this is golden. But if you're still working on that clarity, then you want to ask it to be as tailored and customized to your individual needs as possible so that you can get to your next level. This is the full moon though, and it's shining a big light in a certain Capricorn corner. And we're going to go deep into what's happening right now that constitutes the lunar flip. But first things first, any Capricorn full moon is your annual opportunity to release that which is no longer part of your reality, purpose, or responsibility. Look to what you initiated at winter solstice and how far you've progressed since then. What's working, what's not, what needs to be released, what needs to be strengthened, structurally or otherwise, what foundation work needs to be done to support you better going forward. The full moon is shining a light in that corner for the first time in 6 months to a year, revealing any weaknesses or cracks in the foundation of your current focus. Whatever you seeded with the Capricorn new moon, January 11th of 2024, 6 months ago, has run its course, and now the full moon shows you what is solid and can be expanded on, as well as what is weak and must be fixed, replaced, or released altogether. This is the time of year, every year, when you determine what is truly feeding, nourishing, supporting, and protecting you. On all levels, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Here we are reminded that often internal shifts precede the external shifts. I would like to remind you to take some time during July, August this year to assess and integrate your own personal growth, development, and direction for the year. Like I said, this is the best course correcting time. Use this time to release ideas, people, or situations which drain your life force energy, dim your light, or block your flow. Goodbye. Let's be done with that. In Cancer, you are reminded to check in with your own natural rhythm and assess where you may have gotten off that rhythm and must reset yourself this summer so that you can handle the upcoming fall harvest. How can you renew your dedication to a routine that nourishes, inspires, and energizes you? How can you put your ideas and skills to good use in the world? Where are your gifts and talents needed, valued, and honored? What nourishes your body, awakens your mind, and feeds your soul? Check in with your soul self this summer. Much of these very fundamental, basic things in our lives have changed, and so have we. To add to that, we are in the process of what I call the lunar flip. For the last 18 months, the full moon preceded the new moon, creating a rhythm of having to complete, clear, and release before seeding anything new. Now that rhythm is shifting to the new moon preceding the full moon, which creates a rhythm of having to plant your seeds and walk by faith to the full moon, which usually shines a light on anything possibly blocking those new moon seeds from taking root and growing healthy and strong. This means that we may have some tweaks and adjustments to do before really launching anything new for the next 18 months. In this case, it is also likely that 01 Capricorn is clearing things in one particular house or area of life, and 29 degrees will fall in the next house. This tells us that we must double down on clearing things in those two houses so that the initiation in the Cancer house can unfold properly. In other words, we have to release two semi-important things in order for one really important thing to be able to initiate. So again, this is going to be customized to you and your chart and the areas of life being affected. This is especially potent and transformative for anyone with strong Aries, Libra, or Cancer, Capricorn. Also, here's another time when I'm going to refer you back to the lunar update that we did recently, covering some of these lunations and reverberations that you might be feeling. And if you missed it, it seems to be pretty popular, so it's very good. I would check that 38-minute audio or video out. Those links are in here. Same day, Friday the 21st. I told you this was a big day. We got the monthly burden burning ritual with me and Yeye Louise Satish. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. This is generally for her Patreon members who contribute $25 or more. That gets you 2 live rituals with her every month, though. So I think it's totally worth it. And I'm always there to sit in with her to talk about the lunar energies to support us. So join us there if you can. Also, we just had the Power Circle monthly community event around Jupiter entering Gemini for the next year. That 49-minute replay is here, and video, audio links are available. And then at the bottom of the blog are my Gemini articles, run for another week before we switch to Cancer. The Venus Circle is happening June 27th on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. This one is Cancer and the Goddess Archetype and the Inner Initiation. So we have Outer Initiation in Gemini, Inner Initiation in Cancer. And then we go to the primary chakras, crown down to the root to bring something into form by March of 2025. And at that point, when we start at the crown, Cinnamon's going to rejoin us and start bringing that Mars piece in, which we did some deep, deep clearing work with Mars over the last 10 months that is going to allow us to reclaim many, many different things that have been unavailable until now, or maybe even unnecessary until now. But we are opening to some very new balance and integration between our feminine and masculine dynamics, which is how we get anything done. So we like to work with both in the Venus Circle. Also, June is wolf medicine. July will be bear medicine. So if you're into doing your self-reflection through the lens of animal medicine, that's a fun one. Only $25 a month. You get the tools and the replay. Astro 101, oh my God, we've been talking about it so long, and it's about to start. I've got the workbook getting ready and printed and about to be shipped. So anyone that wants to register, you've got a couple of weeks still, but in order to get your goodies, there's lots of custom goodies that you get with that, and that only I can put together, so you all have to allow me a little time to be able to do that. So get registered over there. And if you're a Power Circle member, the other thing I keep forgetting to mention all the time, if you subscribe for the $9.99 a month or $99 for the year, that has a little coupon code for 10% off everything on my site. So there's one of the biggest perks of having the Power Circle subscription. The Astro Tarot reading, of course, is my signature reading to check in with your cycles and a here and now question. And at the bottom of my blog is the Soul Sisters Circle video invitation, which covers a little bit about my story and my core values that run through all my circles. So I encourage you to check that out if you're new to the community. So that's it. That's our packed week, energetic shifts, things moving into new signs, a turn of the wheel, a full moon. One of 2 Capricorn full moons is a pretty big deal. That only happens every so often, and every 18 months they alternate. So next time it'll be 2 new moons back to back. This is a special week. So take your time, integrate what you can, circle back when you have to, check out these replays when you have time. Join us when and where you can. Reach out when you need to. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off. Have a fantastic week.